I'm very happy to be here in Ljubljana for the 15th edition of the Ljubljana Forum, which has been talking about the future of cities for, again, 15 years now. And I'm here with Blaž Golob, who is the ideator of this interesting forum. I think this is one of a kind, because we don't have many cities trying to talk about the futures of cities in general, not only Ljubljana but other cities as well, for such a long time. So Blaž Golob is the president of Go for a Site Institute. He is also the chair of the Slovenian node of the Millennium project, through which we know each other, and he's been organizing and bringing experts, academy, mayors of cities and enterprises as well in Ljubljana to co-define together the future of cities. So I would like to ask you, Blaž, thank you for inviting me, by the way. What inspired you to launch this forum 15 years ago? This would be my first question, because I'm very curious. And how do you think the forum evolved over the 15 years that you've been managing it and coordinating it?
Well, thank you, Mara. First of all, thank you to be here. It's a great pleasure to have you and as part of the Millennium project. So what inspired me actually was that the fact that I was engaged in foresight community for more than 20 years, and then around 2010 the concept of smart city arrived. So we already identified the potential of cities which they already planned the future through urban planning and urban design, the master plans for the city. But they very rarely interact with the foresight community. So that was the main trigger at the beginning when we designed the very first Ljubljana Forum on futures for cities, because it was identified, as we said, when governments fail, when politics fail, but cities, they do their job. They need to deliver services. They need to deliver good quality of life. They need to deliver job opportunities. They need to deliver areas for entrepreneurship. So how to do that? So that was done, we saw it through with the use of foresight methodology, projections to the future. We bring together disciplines, urban planners and foresight practitioners, which I'm in my case. So, and that was the very beginning of first Ljubljana Forum, and immediately from the beginning we already had 4 topics ahead to be discussed. That was an interest.
Very good. Well, this is, something, putting foresight together in other fields, like it usually does, by the way. You have many disciplines that are represented here, as I saw today after the first day of the forum, of the 15th forum, of the Ljubljana Forum. Well, so my next question will be, what impact do you think the forum had in planning, envisioning, thinking about the futures over the 15 years of its editions? Because it's nice to talk about foresight, it's nice to do future research, but it's also nice to have an impact. And sometimes this liaison between, defining scenarios, planning policies, and actually realizing them is missing in future studies. So, what do you think about it?
Yeah, a good question. So actually, how we do that, always the purpose is, it's a purpose-driven forum, which means at the end that we go from vision, planning, strategy to projects creation. And in the last 15 years, we directly, at Ljubljana Forum, we generated projects with a value of more than 350 million euros, which is for the event a good amount of money and projects that justify that. So actually, this is reflected by engagement at the beginning, not just futurists, urban planners, mayors, city administration.
I saw that today.
Yeah, but also companies, which means IT companies, sustainable development companies, water companies, sport facility companies, energy efficiency companies, and at the end of the day, the banks. The banks that, of course, bring money from in all 15 forums, European Investment Bank is a partner, but besides European Investment Bank, we had in some forums also other banks and investment institutions. So it means that here we match on a certain topic and project the city, key city stakeholders. Plus, not to forget, it's very important, non-governmental organizations, which they reshape also business approach. This is very important. So business, it's not always easy for business because they need to take into the account also the citizens' view. For example, on a smart city, how smart city function in reality throughout the eyes of an Institute for E-Participation, NGO we heard today. So when city is designing a tender and business is providing company solution, they need to take into the account also the civil society view.
This is an intriguing format. I mean, it should be replicated in other cities because I think it's sort of becoming a place for co-defining and for putting, you know, all the stakeholders together. I would like to see more citizens in the room. Maybe this could be the next step, you know. You have the first day, the Ljubljana Forum, and then you bring it, you know, into the cities to co-plan with citizens. This could be one thing. But having NGOs as well is a good start for, you know, trying to understand what citizens would want in the project. This is my, you know, very dearest topic of mine. So I will leave you because I know you're tired of being, you know, in this room for hours now. So I would ask you one last thing. How do you imagine, you know, the future of cities 15 years from now in terms of challenges and in relation to this additional topic, well-being of cities, and also in relation to technology that is so pervasive nowadays? So.
Okay, it's a good, it's a challenging question, but definitely there are different stages or different views how I would like to see the city in the future. First of all, to be a safe city. To provide a safe shelter, this is the first standard. Second, people to be able to work and to live in a good quality environment. That's the next stage. Then third, of course, to be sustainable, to be supported by technology, which means smart, and then we go upper in the scale, which means also the city of well-being, a better quality of life, culture, sport activities, recreational activities, and all these dimensions. But of course, if we do not reach the first stages, it would be naive to think further. But the whole globe and the challenges and geopolitics all around the world, we see it, that cities are different and they have different challenges. Who could ever imagine? We had today the mayor of Sarajevo with us.
This was astonishing.
Yeah.
Really.
Try to imagine, only 30 years ago, Sarajevo was the same like Gaza is today. So that is the reality where we live. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, that's what I mentioned. We need what kind of city I would like to see in the future, and it is, first of all, safe, to have peace, and after that, of course, it's all possibility for economic prosperity, well-being, good quality of life, and cities that can thrive. That's how I see the city of Forum.
And social ties. Let's not forget the social ties.
Definitely. This is
because we need it, you know, to stay together, to communicate, and to exchange ideas in order for, you know, social places to, you know, flower, like you said.
Exactly. You know, that's very important.
Yeah.
So,
and you give us up for the next year. You know, perhaps we will have
we might have a team for the next year, the next few years.
So, thank you very much for the invitation again. I really enjoyed staying, here with you. My first time here in the forum.
Pleasure to accommodate you.
Yeah, see you next year.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.